This week, Idaho Congressman Raul Labrador from Northern Idaho has introduced some legislation to try and prevent law enforcement agencies from getting their hands on military equipment. This Stop Militarizing Law Enforcement Act 2014 would stop the military from giving these agencies surplus weapons or technology.
Local News 8's Caitlin Lukitas joins us live from the Pocatello newsroom to explain just what local law enforcement is saying about all of this. So, Caitlin, what about the that new Bearcat that Bannock County recently bought? Is that considered in this bill?
Well, it's actually not, since it's actually not considered to be military surplus, since it was bought from a private company by funds raised by with funds that law enforcement raised all on its own. But they say that this proposed bill could actually do a little bit more harm than good.
Here we live in one of the greatest nations in the whole wide world, and if you look at the officers killed in the line of duty, it's almost the same number. So I just don't understand what their concern is about providing us some of the same protections.
Captain Kevin Fonsbeck says local law enforcement is not becoming militarized, but they need the Bearcat, which is an armored vehicle not too different from its personnel carrier the sheriff's office has had for the past 60 years.
Officers in our area that have had bullets flying past them, and without the proper equipment, the proper tools, you know, we put ourselves at stake, and you don't see us patrolling in them.
He says this helps protect the officers and gives them the opportunity to think of other alternatives in tough situations instead of making snap decisions.
Surplus supplies. And a spokesman for Labrador says that this bill is aimed to only stop military surplus supplies unless it's deemed appropriate for our local and state law enforcement agencies. Reporting live in the Pocatello newsroom, I'm Caitlin Lukitas.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. Labrador's press secretary, Dan Popke, sent us this statement. The congressman is supportive of transfers that are appropriate for local law enforcement. His concern that the 1033 program is blurring the line between the military and the police. That's what led him to introduce the bill.
A major motivating factor for the American Revolution was opposition to the use of British soldiers in everyday law enforcement. The congressman strongly concurs with the founders' views, and that's the end of the statement.
All right,
Yeah.
Let's check in now with our